Hey everyone. So I've been asked by a bunch of people to do a basic work professional makeup tutorial. And I'm at work right now, and I have never tried doing this at my desk or using my webcam as a mirror or with a headset on. So you may be about to witness an entire disaster, but I figured why not give it a go? I mean, I have to put my makeup on anyway, so we'll see how this goes. Um, as background, I am a trans woman. I'm 52 years old, and I came out late in life. I have chosen to undergo HRT, which is totally a choice, and you are perfectly valid if you did not choose to go that route, but that's what I've done. I've been on HRT for about 3 years. Um, and I've had some facial electrolysis done, about 9 sessions. It hasn't completely taken care of beard shadow. It's certainly lessened it though. So that's where I'm at. And if you're at a similar place and want to know how to do a basic natural look, either for work or just for every day where you want to look simple and natural, but have a little makeup on, then maybe this will be for you. So, um, forgive me clearing my throat. So, to start with, I always start with a basic primer. Um, this is the Rimmel Stay Matte primer, and I like it a lot. I like a matte look. I just think a matte look comes out more natural looking. And this is pretty simple stuff. It doesn't have a color to it, and but it does take away some of the shine. And what it does is it prepares the surface, it makes it even, helps to get rid of some of the things that come with aging. Um, what you'll want to apply this is a flat top kabuki brush. These are the greatest tool you can have. It made, I did not believe in it, but it made such a huge difference um, when I did finally get one. So this is a flat top kabuki brush. You can get them. I got this on Amazon for about 10 bucks. So that's what you want to use. You want to put, I'm almost at the end here, so you want to put about the size of a pea on it at a time. You may have to refill that more than once. And the reason you want the flat top kabuki brush is instead of spreading it in a brush stroke, you want to tap it in, and it will help get it into the pores and even everything out, and it will come with a more natural look. Now, many people will have you do a bunch of your face. Like a lot of people I know put their base layers on their whole face. I do not do that. I tend to focus on this area here, mostly the area where I get beard shadow. So, so I start here and I just tap it on like that. And I keep doing that until it's pretty transparent and even looking. And I'm going to just put another pea size amount on. I usually put a tiny bit, like maybe half of that even, for my cheeks and nose because I don't feel like they need a lot. I tend to go for less makeup is better than more. That's my vibe. So I tend to go for just enough on the nose and cheeks to dull some of the shine. And a lot of beard hair under here. So I do a final run under my chin and on my neck. And when I do this part, I do kind of brush under the chin because it's not as directly visible. And there you go. That's my base coat. It'll help. It helps prepare the surface, and also it helps the foundation stick better and gives you a little more wear. Personally, I use this Revlon stuff. Revlon Color Stay Full Coverage. It's also a matte. You want to match your skin tone as best you can. I use 310, and you'll just want to make a note of that number so that you can buy the same kind every time. Um, and I use the exact same technique for this, except I am pretty sparing in terms of the area I cover with it because this does have a color, and I think that one of the mistakes people do a lot is overusing foundation. You wind up with this very artificial look. It almost has a sort of like that orange vibe that looks very artificial. And then also I don't know, it just like too much evenness doesn't look natural. So anyway, I start with this, and I think a lot of people put too much on because they think what you're trying to do is cover all the stubble. And you can't do that. If you have beard shadow, you're not going to be able to do that. What you're going to want to do is just like you basically think of it as painting it. You're painting your skin and the beard, any stubble that you may get the same color so that they blend in. You're not trying to cover it, so you're not going to put like a huge caked layer. So I do this. You can see that beard shadow start to disappear a bit. There's a certain amount of smoothing that I think the software does, which maybe makes this not look as dramatic. But I really do just focus on the, whoa, I just splurted a whole bunch of it onto the brush. I really do just focus on the, what I consider to be my problem areas, which for me are the chin, the mustache area, and just below the chin. And then I take a tiny bit, as before, for my cheeks and nose. I don't put very much of this on my nose because it's really noticeable on the nose. Again, I don't go any higher than that. That's my personal choice. Your choices may differ. Now, the biggest thing you want to do is match your natural skin tone. Now, this product doesn't match my natural skin tone. You can kind of see a line where I applied it. That is because of, I'm half Pakistani, so I have a little bit of redness to my skin tone that most people don't have. And I haven't found a product that matches that well because I live in North America and makeup isn't made for Indian people here. So even though I'm not very dark, I do have a little bit of that tone. So I actually use a little bit of bronzer. Um, I currently am using this Feel Natural Caramel stuff because I had it already. It's kind of leftover, but I've been buying some new stuff from Amazon. You don't want to use a lot of this because it'll make you look super orange. And again, if you can find a foundation that matches your skin tone, then by all means, skip this part. I do think that a combination of a wet and a dry helps. And I use a different brush for this. You should always use a different brush for your wet and dry makeup. Um, I don't know what you call this brush, but because this is getting brushed on rather than pressed in, it's a different one. And you'll just see I mostly focus on the interface areas where, like toward the edges of where I apply the other stuff, and it just kind of smooths it out so that it looks more like my natural skin tone. So essentially, well, all I've done is smoothed out some of the skin and helped cover up some of the beard shadow. I do use lipstick at work. I use Maybelline. They have a liquid product which is which stays really well. I like a matte look, as I do with everything. Um, Traditional lipsticks are hard to apply precisely. The applicator on this liquid stuff is fantastic. The key to a good look with lipstick is making it look very sharp around the edges. You want a very defined edge. So what I do, I don't go right up to the corners of my lip, by the way. I kind of paint like just a little bit in as if you had your fingers over the edges, and I find that that looks better for me. I do the bottom lip first, and this is where working in a webcam may not work for me because the contrast is not great, but we'll try it. So you can use a tip to define an edge, or on the bottom lip, I use the flat to just cover an area. Now you can see I didn't get it even all the way across. You can use a tip to fix that a little bit, and then press them together to spread it out. Now, many people stop there and just leave the top lift, the top lift kind of a smooth curve like the bottom. That's not going to look great. What you actually really want to do is define what's called the Cupid's bow, which is the part that arcs up and then does that in a little V. That is a huge key to a good lipstick look. So you want to go to the point of each side and then just swipe down. Swipe down at an angle. Do a curve on either side. Use a flat to fill in the whole thing a bit to make the tone more even. Even though I didn't do it perfectly, like these two sides aren't perfect, aren't identical, and I'll touch that up a little bit. They don't have to be. You just want a defined V. I do use eyeliner. I use liquid pen eyeliner. This is NYX. It works fine. I don't feel like I have any complaints about it. Again, many people use dry because they feel like liquid is somehow advanced. I found liquid much easier. Uh, the big thing is that when you're starting with makeup, you will make mistakes. You get better with practice, but you're going to make mistakes. With liquid, it's very easy to correct those mistakes. Just if you have a Q-tip and you just dip it in some water, you can just pull it off. And you can also do that to sharpen ragged edges. Again, a clearly defined line is important, and the ragged, feathery look is what ends up not looking great. So you want to, at first, you just get it on there, just give her. And then take a Q-tip and run it along to edit those edges, and it will work great. What I also do is I close one eye and I hold it down with the eyelashes because I am not capable of controlling my eyes that well. So I do that, and I just take this and just draw along the upper edge. Now again, I'm doing a professional office look, so I'm not going to wing it much or do like a fancy cat eye. I'm just going to draw along the upper edge. I really can't see this well in webcam, so hopefully it's not terrible. Um, it just draws your eyes out a little bit. I don't do the bottom edge. I don't do anything else. Hopefully I did okay there. It's actually quite blurry, but I'm pretty practiced at doing it now. Been doing it for every day for a while, and I don't make too many mistakes. But again, at first, it was all over the place. That's normal. You'll get better with practice. Just take a Q-tip, edit those edges. The last thing I do is this. Again, it's Rimmel. It's Stay Matte because I love matte looks. This is a fix and go spray. It is just a fixing spray. What it does is it kind of brings the look together. It makes it look more natural and it will stay better. So you just spray this on, probably doing that completely wrong. And that's it. That's my office look. It's not a lot. It looks very natural, but it makes a big difference. So I hope this was helpful. It was a lot longer than I expected, but hopefully it was entertaining and helpful, and I will upload this and catch you around. Feel free to ask any questions if you have any. Have a good day.